Welcome back to the show, everyone.
Thanks for joining us today.
All right, if you're gearing up for NEET 2026, there's probably one massive question hanging over your head. When do I actually start taking mock tests? Well, today we are going to build the ultimate game plan, and we're going to do it using the NTA's very own official resources. So let's dive right in. You know, you can spend months and months studying, but how do you really know if it's working? If you're actually on the right track? That's the question, right? And really, the only way to get a true, honest answer is to face your first real assessment. So this is where we begin. And look, this isn't just about getting some practice in. Think of your first mock test like a diagnostic, like a checkup. It's going to tell you exactly what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and, most importantly, where you need to focus all your energy from here on out. But here's the thing, your strategy for mock tests shouldn't just be random. The whole thing hinges on one simple question. Have you finished your syllabus yet? Because your answer to that question puts you on one of two very different paths. Okay, so look, if you've already completed the syllabus, your goal is all about fine-tuning. You'll take a full test every fourth day. That's going to build your mental stamina and help you find those last few tricky areas. But if you're still working through new material, your approach needs to be way more structured. Let's break down that weekly plan right now. For those of you still covering chapters, I want you to think of your week in a simple 3-part rhythm. For the first 3 days, you're in learn mode, just focused on new topics. The next 3 days, you flip to revise mode, making sure everything you've already learned is locked in tight. And Sunday is practice day. That's when you hit your toughest topics from the week and just hammer out practice questions until it clicks. That's great, but where do you even get these tests? Well, the good news is you don't have to spend a single rupee. The NTA itself gives you 2 official and totally free resources that, frankly, every single student should be using. First up is the NTA Abhyas app. Seriously, if you don't have this on your phone, download it right now. It is a free goldmine of official mock tests for physics, chemistry, and biology, and it's all designed by the very people who create the real exam. It's basically like having a testing center right in your pocket. Okay, so besides the app, your second go-to resource is the NTA website itself. This is another fantastic place to find full-length practice tests, and I'll just quickly show you exactly how to get there. Getting to these tests is super easy. All you do is head to the NTA's website, look for the mock test link, and then pick NEET from the drop-down menu. Choose your subject, and that's it. A full practice exam loads right there in your browser. Simple as that. Now hold on. Before you dive headfirst into these tests, we need to talk. There is a really critical word of caution here. The goal is to practice smart, not just hard. Because while these official resources are amazing, they come with a few quirks you absolutely have to know about. So here's what you need to be on the lookout for. You will almost certainly see questions from way outside the NCERT syllabus. You might even find questions on topics that were deleted years ago. And sometimes the difficulty level is just going to feel way harder than any recent NEET paper. When you see this, do not panic. It's a known issue. And that brings us to the most important rule of all. You have got to be selective. Your strategy is simple. Focus only on the NCERT-based questions that are from the current updated syllabus. If you see a question about digestion and absorption or taxonomical aids, you need the discipline to just skip it and move on. Don't waste a second on it. So you might be thinking, well, if the tests have flaws, why bother? Because they are an absolute goldmine for understanding the NTA's style. Your goal isn't a perfect score on these mocks. It's to see how they ask questions. You'll start to notice their patterns, their love for one-liners, statement-based problems, assertion-reason questions. This is how you get inside the head of the people making your exam. Now, speaking of practice, if you want to give your biology score an extra little push, the source material pointed out a few more fantastic, and again, totally free tools you should really know about. First, the Biology at Ease Telegram channel. This is your spot for huge question banks that you can break down any way you want. Then, if you get stuck on a tricky concept, their YouTube channel has short, simple explainer videos for pretty much every topic. And for some quick practice on the go, check out the community quizzes they post. So, we've covered the strategy, the official resources, and the really important warnings. But now, I want to turn this over to you and your own prep journey. It's time to join the conversation. So, now it's your turn. Have you actually used the NTA mock tests? What was it like for you? What did you learn? Drop a comment below and let everyone know, because your advice could honestly make a huge difference for another student out there. Thanks for tuning in, and good luck with your preparation.
Want to know the secret to getting into a top MBBS university abroad without breaking the bank? Just type MBBS abroad or study abroad and send us a WhatsApp message right now. Get a free consultation call with our study abroad experts and discover lowest fee universities, NMC approved colleges, complete admission process free. Don't let confusion hold you back. Message MBBS abroad today and start your medical journey. Link in description. Hurry, limited slots available.